Machen Nation, family, and friends. My name is Miss Levy, and I am the Student Council Association sponsor of the most positive place on earth, Luther W. Machen Elementary School. Before we begin our installation of our 2018 through 2019 SCA officers, I would like to say thank you all for your hard work and dedication to the success of our future leaders. Before we begin our induction process, I would like to give a special thank you to an honorable leader of our very own community. She has served on the Hampton City Council since 2013. Prior to joining the City Council, she wore several hats. One of them include being the Commonwealth Attorney for the City of Hampton. Her track record shows that she is an amazing leader and incredible team player. It is my pleasure to introduce you to the Councilwoman, Linda Curtis.
Thank you, Ms. Levy. And good morning, Machen. It is really a pleasure to be here with you this morning, and I'm so happy that you invited me to be part of this ceremony this morning. I want to say a few words to you this morning about leadership. These student leaders and you representatives of your classes have taken on a leadership responsibility to your other students. Leadership means a couple of things to me that I want to pass along to you. The first is service. Leadership is not about doing what's best for you. It's about doing what's best for your fellow students. You may have an idea about something that you think is the best idea ever, but when you talk to your fellow students, you may hear other ideas. And that brings me to my second point about leadership. Leadership is about listening. Listening to your fellow students, listening to their concerns, listening to ideas that you may not always agree with. But as a leader, you must listen. That's part of the game. The third thing is respect. You will hear ideas, like I just said, you may hear ideas and concerns that you don't always think are the most important things, but you must respect your fellow students, you must listen to your fellow students, and try to work out solutions that most of your fellow students will agree with. Another part of this is accountability. Being a leader means you have to accept responsibility for the decisions that you make. Accountability doesn't mean saying, well, somebody else told me this and it's not really my fault, or it wasn't really my decision. If you made a decision and it doesn't always turn out the way you expected, you have to be accountable for that. That's what leadership is. So listen, be respectful, and be accountable for the things that you do. Leadership is a wonderful opportunity to grow and develop and to become better citizens. And all of you who are taking leadership responsibilities today and the responsibilities of being representatives for your class, those are wonderful opportunities, and they're opportunities that will help you as you grow in your job at your school, but also as you grow in life. So those of you who are not yet leaders, these are things to strive for. They're wonderful opportunities. Be a leader, listen, be respectful, and be accountable. I know all of you Machen students are going to do a wonderful job, especially your leaders that you have elected. I'm looking forward to hearing what you have to say. And I want to tell you how proud I am of you for taking this first step in being leaders in your school and leaders in your community, because you are the people who are going to have to take care of us. And so we want you to be as smart as you can be, as responsible as you can be, and we want you to be our leaders. Thank you again so much for inviting me here today. I'm so proud of all of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Councilwoman Linda Curtis, for taking the time out to remind us of the characteristics of a leader. Excuse me. I would now like to invite our SCA President-elect, Kamari Lacey, to discuss the purpose of the Student Council Association.
Good morning. I am Kamari Lacey, and I'm the President-elect of the Machen Elementary Student Council. The purpose of Machen Elementary SCA is to provide leadership for our school and community. We strive for good citizenship and respect our school and community, to involve scholars in sharing ideas to help make our school be the best it can be. To help all scholars work together for our school, to provide practice in a concept of democracy and leadership, and to provide representation for all scholars. Scholars are elected by their peers to serve as the student council representative or officer. The president of Machen SCA should provide courteous, intelligent, and capable leadership for the entire membership. He or she must listen and respect the opinions of all students. He or she will be responsible for seeing that the proper attitude of cooperation is present at all times in the SCA.
To introduce our SCA Vice President-elect, Ariana Seward.
Good morning, I am Ariana Seward, and I am the Vice President-elect of Machen Elementary Students Colony. The Vice President of Machen SCA must be ready at any moment to assume the responsibilities of the president. He or she must work closely with the president and at all times be a great example to the rest of the students.
I would like to introduce our SCA Secretary-elect, Melody Epps.
Good morning. I'm Melody Epps, and I'm Secretary-elect of the Machen Elementary Student Council. The Secretary of the Machen SCA is responsible for keeping accurate minutes of all meetings. He or she must answer all communication promptly and carefully reserve all records.
I would now like to introduce our SCA Chaplain-elect, Elijah Pope.
Good morning, I am Elijah Pope. I am the chaplain elected of the Machen Elementary Student Council. The chaplain of Machen SCA must provide devotional activities for all SCA meetings and student body events. He or she should provide inspirational words and act as a guide in keeping harmony within the association.
I would now like to introduce our SCA Treasurer-elect, Anaya Garner.
Good morning. I am Anaya Garner, and I am in the
treasurer-elect of Machen Elementary Student Council. The treasurer of Machen SCA is responsible for overseeing and collecting data on our classroom score contest involving numbers.
At this time, our 2018 through 2019 SCA officer-elects will now accept their new leadership roles. By taking an oath before the Machen Nation, students, when I call your name, please stand in front of Mrs. Freeze and state your promise by repeating after me. Please meet Ms. Freeze at the end of the stage. Place your right hand on your heart. I, Kamari Lacey, of Machen Elementary School, promise to fulfill the duties of my office to my best abilities. I will strive to promote school spirit and good citizenship amongst my fellow scholars. I will never forget my obligations to my school, my teachers, and my fellow scholars. I know that we are all leaders and stars that deserve to shine. You may light your candle. Vice President Ariana Seward, you may meet Mrs. Freeze. Please place your right hand over your heart. I, Ariana Seward, of Machen Elementary School, promise to fulfill the duties of my office to the best of my abilities. I will strive to promote school spirit and good citizenship amongst my fellow scholars. I will never forget my obligations to my school, my teachers, and my fellow scholars. I know that we are all leaders and stars that deserve to shine. You may light your candle. Secretary Melody Epps, please meet Mrs. Freeze. Please place your right hand over your heart. I, Melody Epps, of Machen Elementary School, promise to fulfill the duties of my office to the best of my abilities. I will strive to promote school spirit and good citizenship amongst my fellow scholars. I will never forget my obligations to my school, my teachers, and my fellow scholars. I know that we are all leaders and stars that deserve to shine. You may light your candle. Chaplain Elijah Pope, you may meet Mrs. Freeze. I, Elijah Pope, of Machen Elementary School, promise to fulfill the duties of my office to the best of my abilities. I will strive to promote school spirit and good citizenship amongst my fellow scholars. I will never forget my obligations to my school, my teachers, and my fellow scholars. I know that we are all leaders and stars that deserve to shine. Good job. You may light your candle. Treasurer Anaya Garner, you may meet Mrs. Freeze. I, Anaya Garner, of Machen Elementary School, promise to fulfill the duties of my office to the best of my abilities. I will strive to promote school spirit and good citizenship amongst my fellow scholars. I will never forget my obligations to my school, my teachers, and my fellow students. I know that we are all leaders and stars that deserve to shine. You may light your candle. I would like to say congratulations to our new SCA officers with these certificates of recognition. Room representatives, please stand. Please place your right hand over your heart. Please repeat after me to take your own oath in your own classrooms. I promise, as the classroom representative of my classroom, to serve as a liaison amongst my peers and student council association of Machen Elementary School. I will strive to keep positive attitude, promote school spirit, and good citizenship amongst my fellow scholars. I will never forget my obligations to my school, my teachers, and my fellow scholars. I know that we are all leaders and stars that deserve to shine. Good job. You may have a seat. To thank all of the teachers, the parents, the faculty members, administration, our councilwoman Linda Curtis for coming and supporting our students today. You've made a great difference. Along with our peers of the SCA officers, you guys are awesome because you are the reason why they are able to serve you. I really appreciate everything that you've done. Please continue to stay positive. Parents, you're welcome to take pictures. Thank you.